Hey there, we are going to make, it's a bunny and then a chick shelf sitters. So hopefully I can get this all done in one. We're gonna start with, I'm not even sure where I'm gonna set this aside. So I'm sorry if you're getting a little red tinge off to the side here. I'll try to hold everything up as we go so you can see the colors. I've got a chicken coop light going because it is so cold up in my my room here. Okay, so I'm actually going to paint these white, and then I'm going to come back, I think, and do a shade of the color grenadine. So I think we're just going to keep them white. So I'm just going to put them on my board. I think you've seen me use this before. All it is painter's tape flipped over, and then on the ends, you just tape it down. So really simple. Okay, so there's that. And then this is going to be pink. These are going to be, I think, Bohemian black. So, and then the ears are big enough, we can do those white and white. Okay, so now let's get the chick. So this is gonna be pink. I don't even know if I'm gonna even add the heart. I just thought it was cute. So we'll see once we get it painted. These are gonna be black. They're the same size, so you don't have to worry about mixing them up. This is gonna be orange. It's gonna be an orange color. I do have that color, so we'll get that. Okay, so I'm gonna set those aside. These are gonna be orange, and this is all going to be yellow. I just try to pair everything, how it's gonna go. This is how cold it is, guys. I've had heat going now, well, just like little space heaters, but you can see the ice in my tray. So I literally had to bring my paints inside and hope they didn't freeze. Let's do the bunny first. We'll get all the white on the bunny, and then we'll come back to the chick. Okay, so if you've been with me before, I just use unscented baby wipes, okay? And I'm just folding it over, getting a good spot, and I don't need to worry about the ears. I'm just gonna worry about the body part. I already have my paint in my plate here. It's white flour. These are Home Depot paints that I get. It's a sample paints. They fit perfectly in those bottles. But some of the colors are Sherwin-Williams colors, so I'll try to give them that. That's why I give you a number or whatever. But for the most part, Home Depot has been fabulous for just going by the name of the paints. Okay, so I just was tapping it off. I don't want a pool of paint on my baby wipe here because I've got score lines. So I want to keep the paint out of the score lines. So we're just going to go ahead. And it's not going to matter if I get it on the ear there or anything because we are going to come back. It is so cold here. My poor chickens. I went in there. They don't normally have heat lamp or anything in their coop, but today I was feeling bad for them, so I did go put a heat lamp in there just to. Oh, you can still hear them. It's not dark out yet, so they're still out and about. And why, I don't know. Okay, so you're not going to see that, and then the whiskers look pretty good. So I can always come back and do more, or do another coat here. Okay, so I'm just keep going back to my paint. I'm just tapping it off. I don't want a ton on there. And we're gonna get the ear. I'm trying to grow with the grain of the wood, and you can see I have a little knot on that one, but that's okay. We'll just paint it up. It's all part of the look. It'll be cute. Well, I hope it'll be cute. I don't know if you can hear him crowing. I feel so bad. I'm in the Blaine, Washington, so we're right along the Canadian border. We don't normally get cold, and we are cold. I'm originally from Minnesota, so this should be nothing, but we are climatized to this now, and so I'm gonna make lasagna soup is what my daughter had requested. So I'm gonna make that in a little bit. And this isn't gonna matter because again, these are just score lines to show you where to go. So, and then we'll come back and I'm gonna do some shading. Sorry, my camera's bouncing all over the place. And I'm hoping this lamp helps dry everything as we go here. This should be pretty quick paint. This would actually be a really good one for if you wanted to paint the entire sheet, since I'm doing most of it white anyways, and then I'm going to come back with the color as for the shade to do the whole thing. Okay, so I'm going to put these up under this lamp here. I'm just switching stuff out because if I can get this to dry for me, that would be great. I got this lamp propped up over here. Okay, so let's do, those are all yellow, and then those are the orange feet. So let's do some yellow here. This is called beeswax. And of course, use whatever you have. I try to use similar colors throughout everything because I hate having to go buy more paint. I want to make a profit, not have a different paint for each item. So again, gonna do the same thing. I'm going this way now because I'm gonna try to stay with the grain. But these are all just score lines. And then since these are bigger stitches, I did cut instead of score for this outside stitch here. I actually don't know how far. I should maybe go back on the bunny one because I think the feet don't go all the way. So I'm covering my basis right there. I don't know how far they go. I keep getting that little side there. It doesn't look like much difference, but maybe you can see it now that the red tinge from that heat lamp isn't on it. Let me do that quick before, because I think, I want to say, I'm just taking back my white spot that I did. I think it actually, the feet come down in this. So, oh wow, and then I got more. That's okay. We will go over it again. I'm just tapping off my baby wipe. I guess the reason I'm doing a ton of shelf sitters, I just finished up a really cute, it'll be the freebie for the next month for St. Patrick's Day. I did a little shelf sitter, is because that's what's selling for me in my honey stand. So I figure if it's selling for me, it should sell for you. So I'm just gonna set that one back up there again. I will, actually, let's do these again. Since I have my white out, and that seemed to be taking pretty good. The shelf sitters. So I have several more. I've got a cute flower set that kind of matches the Easter eggs that I had made last year. They were like tags, Easter tags, and they were super cute, stitched and floral. So but I made a shelf sitter to kind of go in that theme. I'm trying to think of, I just have to get them all painted. St. Patrick's Day hair clips. So trying to get all the seasons for you guys. You've been really requesting season stuff, so I've been trying to work on all of that. Okay, let's go back to this yellow, and this was called beeswax, and I'm going to try to do these little pieces. And you could do it on your sticky board too, that would be fine. And I'm going to try not to get into these score lines because they will be seen. And I don't know if you're paying attention. I'm trying to like go this way on this side of the wood so then I don't get it off to the side. And then this side on this side of the wood. And so if you do by chance get in the little score lines, and it won't be seen, I hardly ever clean out my score lines. But this I got from the dollar store or Dollar Tree, and you just come in and just clean them out. Really easy. So, but by the time I get the shading done and everything, I don't see it. So that's why I don't really bother, but I'm just gonna tell you just so then you know. So again, I'm kind of just going on this side. I'm trying not to get like paint on the side of the wood. I do have a trick for that for like when I'm doing all my ornaments and stuff. I actually go back with a fat black marker, one of these Sharpies, Magnum Sharpies, and I do the edges super quick. Just so then if it's going to be seen hanging from something, you kind of want the edges all cleaned up. Like this is going to be in the, I like clean edges, so makes your work look like you care a little bit. Professional. But like again, you could do a whole yellow sheet and do multiples at once if you're going to do for an event or something, or if you got a storefront. I'm sorry, my nose is running. It's super cold up here. Okay, so let's do, let's put this stuff up here so hopefully it can dry. And then we'll come back to all of that. Okay, now this is going to be Ember Glow. I just kind of like the orange of it. I don't know. But again, use whatever you have. Just finding a new spot on my baby wipe. And I'm gonna just tap in, get some paint. And you don't have to worry about these because they're cut all the way through. They're a bigger stitch. So any of my files, my designs, if you decide, because I get people that they'll either review or comment me or send me a message on what they've created. And oh my goodness, you guys, some of the stuff is so amazing. But when they blow it up, I highly recommend just doing a cut instead of trying to do a score, because you'll end up with like a little bit in the center of it, and then that'll catch the paint, and it just doesn't look as nice, I don't think. So definitely, if it's going to be bigger, like if you were going to blow these up and make a door hanger out of them, then that's what I would say to do, is do a cut. Sorry. I hope you can actually see the color, because I only had a little red lamp. I just needed something, because I do have another little space heater, but it's so loud, and I needed something to help me dry this stuff. I know. I just don't want to trouble my husband right now, because I'm trying to get him to finish our mother-in-law suite project that has taken 3 years, not his doing, It took us 2 years just to get a building permit, so it's Washington State for you. Okay, so we have that. Let me see if I can unbury my little project board here. I'm gonna put all these back up here. Hopefully they can sit and dry. And we can get these going. Okay, so finding a clean spot. Hopefully all my hands won't. Oh, here, let's just go back to this orange because I've got orange to do here. His little, he's on a beak. Look at that. And then let's find a clean spot. And, oh, I was going to do all those white, so we'll come back to that. And this is going to be pink. So let's do those. And if you wanted them a more solid pink, by all means, do a makeup sponge. I've got loads of them. You can probably see them sitting here. I just keep cutting them and cutting them and cutting them. You just want really non-porous ones. So a really good, I don't know, what would you call it? Because these are really dense. They aren't very porous. Where the new Dollar Tree ones, they were pretty porous and they just don't work out as good. Okay, so now I'm going to take Bohemian Black and I'm going to do the little button eyes. And you could always do a different color. You don't have to do Bohemian Black for these, or black, or whatever color choices that you like. I just like the Bohemian Black because it's not like a true black. I'm definitely going to do another coat on these because I want them to be a little darker because I'm going to sand them. And then that'll give them the little texture that they need. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my white. Hopefully I don't have too many colors in it. Don't worry, I'll swap out get a new baby wipe here shortly. And we're going to do, yeah, if I pull it up then you can actually see it. Otherwise the lamp is giving it a hue. But we'll come back and give these a pink shade. And I was gonna do them this blushing, it's called blushing, but literally when you put it on, it's like the white flower. So instead of making you go and buy, if you're following my paint colors, buy a whole nother bottle of something that, we'll just go back with the shading here and that'll be good. So these stitch lines are all cut as well, just because they were bigger. So you don't have to worry about the score. So I think that looks good. Let me just go back one more time with the button eyes before I throw this away. And then hopefully the other stuff will be I don't know if you can tell my hands are like frozen. They're red. Okay. So that looks good. Now let me see. Actually, this little lamp is doing the trick here. It seems to be drying them, so I'm just gonna try to put this up there so I can get these drying. So let me go back to putting it all together because I'm going to shade this a different color than this. So, and let me put that back up there. We'll do the bunny first. Okay, so I'm gonna need, I didn't try out my Turkish coffee. I hope it's not frozen, but I'm gonna put Turkish coffee on my plate here and we'll do some shading with that. Okay, getting it set here. Okay, so I want a new baby wipe. You could use a wet paper towel, whatever you like. I'll put that here so hopefully you can see. I don't want to bring it up too high because then you can't see anything. Okay, so let me, there's that. Put my glue off to the side, put the paints off to the side, get my water in here, my frozen water. Okay. So first though, because I use birch ply, I'm going to sand with 220 grit sandpaper. And if you're using like MDF, you wouldn't have to sand. But using birch, when it gets wet, the little wood fibers stand up and then doesn't make it nice and kind of gritty. So to float the paint across, I want it nice and smooth. Okay, so I'm gonna take my little, I've got a little mushroom vacuum. I love it. And just clean up the bits. We got right in there and got all of the okay. Amazon. Okay, that feels good. Okay, woohoo! So all I'm gonna do is grab a angled brush, any brush. These are just cheapies off of Amazon. And what I'm gonna do is I put my little Turkish coffee there. So I'm gonna come in the water here, wick up my brush, play around with the little ice cubes that are in there. Goodness. It's so bad. And then just tap it off on my wet paper towel there. And I'm gonna come in, just take just the corner of it. Hopefully you can see that. And then I'm gonna come in on my plate and I'm just going to kind of ombre it out. And I can already see that I need a little bit more water. See how it kind of stuck there? It didn't really. So I'm gonna come back and then you just bring it down until it gives you kind of a light ombre. Okay, so then I'm gonna come around, let me see, make sure I got this in the view for you. And then I'm just gonna come around the edge and I'll bring it up so you can see kind of what I'm doing. And you don't have to do this if you don't want to do this. I just like the kind of the rustic look it gives it. And some of the pieces it gives it some dimension. Like I'm going to do some flowers on those shelf sitters and then you'll see the dimension that comes out. It's just so pretty. So I'm just making my way around. Hitting ice cubes in there. I still had some in my brush, but I'm still coming back to the same spot. I'm just picking up a little more paint. And if it gets too thick in a spot, you can, that's why I kind of go back and forth a little bit, even it out. And if you want to bring it out further out, by all means, go right ahead. I just like the edge kind of done. So it's not perfect, just gives it a little extra oomph. Okay, so that piece is ready. And now we're gonna do the little ears. So I'm gonna grab some more and just keep going. So I keep tapping it off on my towel. If you get too much water, then it kind of gives you a water line, so that's why I try to kind of be a happy medium. I know a lot of people that they use tinfoil to do their little shading on. I used to do it like on this sheet of paper and ombre it out that way, but I found that the paper soaked it up so much that this paper plate just must have enough wax on it that I can just keep going back to that same spot, and I really like that. But you need to just do what works for you. The last video I did, I showed how you can shade with a sponge, a makeup sponge. So if you're feeling like you can't get this, this project again would be a really good one to do a makeup sponge shading on with it. So I would recommend watching that one. The one side's frozen, so I can't dip in it. Grabbing some more. There we go. The chickens must have went in now. I don't hear them. So any day we're supposed to get, I have one incubator that has, I think it was about 40 that looked like they were gonna be viable and gonna be hatching. So the hatch date is tomorrow, but if you've ever hatched, you will know that that's not always how it goes. And then we've got another batch of chicks hatching next weekend. So, and that was my husband's doing. He said I didn't put any leghorns in. I'm working on making a rainbow mix of eggs. So, in leghorns, they only lay white eggs. So he's like, he did a whole batch of, it's about half leghorns. So that's supposed to hatch next weekend. I know, nobody cares about my chickens. That's what my kids say all the time. My oldest daughter, though, now has found a little passion for something. I can't get any of them to craft with me. My youngest will, like, she crochets and stuff, so that's nice. But otherwise, I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of, I think I'm going to do these in the Turkish coffee, too, so I'll get those out. But I've seen a lot of sourdough. Everybody's making sourdough. So she's in college and she's actually in her last quarter. Super proud of her. She made the president's list. I think it was the last 3 quarters. So she's doing really good. But she is in Minnesota and she's doing a sourdough starter. So it's kind of like your child. You got to feed it. You got to take care of it. Her roommate is allergic to everything. I love her roommate. So now she's got this little sourdough starter that's kind of it's kind of her pet. So I can't wait to see what she makes with it. She just started it, so, you know, it's all new. We got her all the stuff for Christmas so she could have the right pan to cook it in and everything, so. But yeah. Yep, she's already got a job lined up. I'm so excited for her. She's doing so good. And I don't know if you are the type of families that make your kids pay for school. We did. So I've got another one graduating this year, and she already knows. She's already saved up and then some to pay for it. So, and that's what my older daughter did. So just giving it a little dimension again. And just keep going back. Add a little more. Okay. So there's the little chick feet. Okay, I'm trying to think of what else. These I'm gonna shade in pink. Maybe the little duck or the little chick beak. Just to give it a little like shade around the little mouth area there. Give it some dimension. We'll just do a little bit. I'm gonna go underneath here. Just made it a little bit darker and then go around the top there. See it. It'll dry too, a little bit differently so you can see it. Okay, let's do the pinks on these. Then I think then the rabbit is close to being, the bunny is close to being done. So I'm just gonna sand these and then we're gonna come back with a little little pink shading. And you could just paint it pink too, and then just rough it up. That would have been fine too. I just didn't want it like a bold pink, I guess, in my mind is what I was kind of thinking. But by all means, you could do it pink like these ones and then sand it, and then that would probably be super cute too. Okay, we're gonna go into the pink now. So again, just the tip and bring it on down. And these are the little pads of the rabbit feet. Yeah, I love that. And you got to be careful when you go back. See how I kind of took some of that off? If it's not dry yet, you'll take the paint right off. I hope you can see. Sorry, I'm kind of got myself all pinned in here. So I am bringing it out just a little bit because I kind of wanted it to really be like pink. So you'll see it against the little bunny foot. I'm dipping right back into that same spot on my paint plate. Trying to get this so you can see. Since the pink is standing out so much better than the Turkish coffee was. What? So hopefully that'll be enough color against the little feet. Trying to finish these all up. I know I could take them off the tray here and hold them, but I'm always covered in paint. I don't really need any help with that. Grabbing some more pink. And these don't have to be perfect. None of this has to be perfect. I kind of like it when it's not perfect. Okay, we only have a couple more to go. I'm trying to do this side, so I flip it. I have to flip it one time. So cute. I'm just touching that up a little bit when I went around again and it wasn't dry. Kind of took off some of the paint. Okay, so there's those. Cute. Okay, let's see. I think all I'm going to do for this little heart and the little nose of the bunny is just scuff it. And then now this way you can see So this would have been cute too if you did these solid like that and then just went around and sanded them just a little bit. That would have been adorable too. So that's something too. And then let's scuff up these eyes just a little bit. And then we just have the chick to do, and then we can assemble it all. Okay, so, and the chick, let me see if I can dig that out. Where's the rabbit? Okay, and so the chick, I think I'm going to actually sand, and I think I want it to stand out a little bit more, so I think I'm gonna go back with that Ember Glow and shade with that, because I think I want to give it a more, yes, chicks are yellow, but I think I want to give it a little more oomph with this Ember Glow. Let's hope I made the right decision. We'll try it on one of these first before we do the gusto. Okay, again, we're gonna sand. And can you imagine how fast this would be if we did the whole board painting, the front and the back would just make this project go. Not that this is taking very long. The most it's taking is because I'm talking and trying to get everything dry, but otherwise this is super quick. But that would be super quick if you painted the whole thing and got multiples done. Okay. So let's try on one of the little, that's his head. We'll try a little swirl here. So same brush, get this back in here and just wetting it down again. And now I'm gonna go into this orange color. It's called Ember Glow. And I don't need a ton. And let's just see. You can always wipe it off. I kind of like that. So it's giving it just another dimension of color, but it's not crazy. So I think we're gonna do it. So I just grabbed a little bit more. And if that didn't work, you could just wipe it right off with the baby wipe. It would have been fine. So and you could go back, I guess, with Turkish coffee too. That would have been fine. But I kind of wanted it to have a little more something. Because that yellow is just so pale. Okay. So it's not a huge difference, but it's just giving it a little pizzazz. Okay, so I'll just finish these. And if you wanted to, you could probably do the little swirl. That'd be cute too. Just trying to stay away from that edge, because if it's wet, I'm just going to take the paint right off from the side that I just did. So I try to stay away from there. looks good. Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff to cut, but I don't even want to turn my laser on because it's so cold. I got too much there. Can you see that? So I'm going to come back with a wet brush and just even it out. Took care of it. And by all means, fast forward if you don't want to hang out with me here. I know this is kind of the same. I did get messages though that people like to watch the start to finish, not when I already have it, like, because some things are hard to get to dry. So then I was doing like a lot of the pre-painting and then just coming back. But people want to watch, I guess. So if you're not one of those, I apologize and just scoot it on forward. So I've been using the same spot that whole time. I just might add a little more water, I might add a little more paint, but I've been just using that same. I'm not exactly sure how far that line for the wing. I'm gonna come out a little bit further. I will say these little Amazon brushes, I mean, I've been using them now for a while, but they don't hold the water. So I did get new ones. I just need to cut off the ends because they are so long. I don't know who in the world, how you would use them, but they would hit the camera, so that's not gonna work for me. So I just need to cut them off. I just haven't done it. If you haven't seen the Easter egg ornaments that I made last year that are the flower ones, you should really check them out. I did really well with them last year for custom orders. I don't know if I'm going to do very many this year just because I'm having a hard time just getting all my stuff done, but I had really good luck with those ones, and they were pretty. Okay, so that I think is about it. Let's see. Should we just assemble this one since I have it in front of me? So this is the glue that I love. It's called Art Glitter Glue. It dries clear. I do like the Thick and Quick. I don't have the bottle handy right this second, but it, for some reason, like it's good for some projects, but some projects not so much because it dries too quick, and I, want to be able to move it, make sure I don't have anything sticking out. So let's make sure this is this is the piece, but just to see where my shading's at, because we can always, yeah, see? So I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna fill in some more there. So I should have, let me do that. Well, let's do the other side so then I know if I need to add more on the other side too. But that's an easy fix, so we'll fix that. And I'm just getting it placed on there correctly. So, like these edges and stuff, we don't have anything on them, but that's what I would use that big thick marker for, is to clean up, is what I was talking about earlier. Sure it's still good. Okay, so I'm gonna come back quick and I'm gonna just clean this up. And we should be able to just fix it really quick. And nobody will ever know. There wasn't really that much here on this side, but I'll do it just. There. Quick fix. Okay, and then we want to get on the feet. So they do have like a little slanted edge. I'm gonna put the glue on these so I don't get it right in the holes. I have a bigger bottle besides the big bottle. I just didn't grab it. Okay, so you want to line these up now with this edge and then the bottom. There. So cute. I hope you like them. So these match the hair clips that I made last year. So, okay, so there's that. Let's get the little eyeballs on and the little beak. Oh, and I do have the little heart if you wanted to place it. You don't have to put it on. I just thought it was cute. Sorry, my fingers are not working. So I do do score lines, and I do make it smaller than what they are, so then the score lines don't stick out. So if your score lines are sticking out, move it a little bit, because they should not. So I had sent Laura a picture of what I created when I printed them out, and I was like, they almost, because she's like, oh, the button's eyes are so cute. I said they almost look like little aliens. So I was hoping they were going to be cute. How adorable. And so then I was just thinking like right there, something cute. Or even on the other side. Oh, so they come with all different sizes of this type of kickstand backer thing. I don't know what you call it. I know it's not one of the kickstands, but I don't know what to call it. So it's like a little backer, but it comes with different sizes. So depending on what size of wood you're using, this is 1/8 inch birch ply. I did give you multiple different sizes. So hopefully those work. So there's that one. Cuter than a bug's ear. I love it. Okay, so now we're going to do our rabbit. Or our bunny, I guess. Sorry. I need to go make supper and eat. Again, just wanted to line up good. Oh, it's very cold, so I bet that's what my struggle is here. Oh. Gonna try to line it up here. See, I like how I can have a little wiggle room and get it just where I want it. Okay, this one, let's do all the little paw pieces. Or here, let's get these on first, and then we'll do the little paw pieces. And then a little nose. And the wreath that kind of looks similar to this, I have to get that painted too. That's going to be cute too. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so let me set that right here. And then let's get it's this way. I might have to rotate that one around a little bit, but that. I think I got enough pink to stand out, but then it's not over the top. So this is a little trick when you're cutting them out. I just noticed there's a little one here it didn't come. I go to the back side. For me, they almost all come out, so I haven't had to do that, but I just saw it when I was gluing. So just poke it. Okay. And this one I might have to move around because it's kind of a little bit like oblong. There. So there's a little piece of white paint there. I am just going to, oh my goodness, my fingers aren't working. I should have did it beforehand and looked, but I'm just gonna give it a quick doot. Because when it's sitting there, you're gonna be able to see it, and I don't like that. Okay. Fast forward if I'm boring you. I guess if he's going to be too loud, I'm going to have to turn him off, but we'll try to get this done quick. The mother-in-law suite is right below us that he's working on. We're almost there, guys. So yes, this took a little bit, but we did do 2 projects, so you should be able to whip through these pretty good. There isn't a lot of colors going on. I like coated myself with glue there. Sorry, keep pulling off the camera. Okay, so there's that. Yay, they're so cute. Okay, let's get him together and then we are done. I'll go and make this lasagna soup, and then if I don't have anything too pending, then maybe I still have the gnomes to do. I have an interchangeable boy and girl gnome that I did. I've got to do those. I got to paint them. And then I've got these other sitters. They're like a shelf sitter. They've got flowers on them, and I thought so pretty. And I've got a big new project that I'm working on that I need to finish that up too, because I think that's going to be super cute. Lots and lots of stuff. I need to find somebody that I can entice with files to paint my stuff, I guess. Okay, there it is. Let me just get the little chick back in the picture here and see if I can scoot these aside to see both. But I think they turned out pretty cute. So they are little shelf sitters, but you could blow them up. You could make a door hanger out of them. I just think they're adorable. All right, thank you for sticking it out with me. And yeah, hopefully I'll be on in a little bit. Thank you so much.